Hey guys, Joey. Wanted to make a quick update on the 220 here. A little bit of bad news. So in my last video, I was talking about how I couldn't install the box, and they sent me a new one, and it didn't fit still. So this is what I'm referring to, and I'll just recap it real quick. So when I go to set in the box, on the inside of the tank, the top hits the Euro bracing, and if you measure from the top of the bulkhead here to the top of the box, it's 2 1/4 inches, and if you go over to the tank and measure from the top of the bulkhead to the top of the bracing, it is 1 3/4 inches. So there's a 1/2 inch gap. Originally they just sent me another box, and we thought that would fix it because they said they had a bad batch of boxes. What it turns out to be is the bracing is messed up. So I talked to the manufacturer on Friday, which is Planet Aquariums. This is a Planet Aquariums tank, and what he told me is that the bracing here is only supposed to be 1/2 inch, but they double thickness everything. As you can see, there's kind of the drop down, and then there's going to be 2 1/2 inch pieces that are glued together. So what he was saying to me is that this should not be there, and basically what that means is they need to rebuild the entire tank, because if they were to adjust the box for this height, he was saying to me that I would be able to see the water line, and you definitely don't want to see the water line. The trim is supposed to hide the water line. So that's the solution. The tank is going back this Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I'm going on vacation on Thursday, and I'll be gone for about 2 weeks, and I'm not sure how long it's going to take them to fix it. The first build took around 8 weeks, so we'll see what happens. But that's kind of the bad news, and I'll keep you guys updated. So I guess this is the last look that you're going to have of this tank, and we're going to get an identical one that hopefully works next time. Next time, of course, I'll look at it at the store and make sure that everything's okay, and I'm sure they're going to do the same to make sure everything's okay on their side, and make sure we don't have this problem again. So I had it delivered by the fish store instead of picking it up, because I don't want to pick up this huge tank. It's probably, I don't know, a couple hundred pounds by itself, 400 or 500 pounds, somewhere in that range. So I had them deliver it, so Planet Aquariums is taking care of them to come and pick it up and then re-deliver it back out to me. So we'll see on that one. Quick update on the 120. As I mentioned, I'm going on vacation, so just a couple things I want to cover for kind of my vacation prep that I'm doing. So today I kind of cleaned everything, moved all the sand that's piled up here from the freaking troublemaker gobies, and put everything nice and neat. Took care of, blew out the rocks, all your kind of standard stuff you would do for cleaning. I'm going to do a water change. I'm just making some more water. Let's see what else. Cleaned out the skimmer, and as far as what I'm going to do for actual prep, it's really not much. I mean, I'll do my water change, and then I'm just going to leave everything pretty much alone, and my neighbor's just going to come here, and he's going to just have to feed the tank. Now I'm running a fan underneath the tank for cooling, so as you can imagine, there's a lot of evaporation. So while I'm gone, I'm actually just going to lower the temperature in the house so it doesn't evaporate as much. This is a 20-gallon top-off tank, so hopefully he won't have to deal with that as far as topping that off, but if he does, it's not really a big deal. It's pretty easy. I also made myself some more alkalinity, some 2-part, so that is fresh. It was getting a little bit too low for comfort, and I'm not sure if it would have made it. It's possible, but you know, why test it? If a power outage is detected, it'll kick on the battery, and then the tank will still have air. So hopefully nothing dies, and hopefully the power doesn't go out. If it does, I'll have the apex to tell me that the power went out, and then my neighbor can run over here and then call me, because I'm sure I'll have no idea what to do. And on the Nano, I'm not really doing much, which I guess sounds kind of messed up, because if the power does go out, I wouldn't have an air stone for these guys. So well, I guess I overthought that, or underthought it. But it's just these two clowns, and I do want to move those two clowns into the 220, so hopefully nothing happens. I think they would be okay, and this is a little bit more manageable than, you know, 120 with, you know, 12 fish. This is just a 25 with 2 fish. So hopefully they'll make it. Not much I'm doing on this. I'll do a quick little water change, and then I will top off that, and we should be good. I'll be gone for about 11 or 12 days. So all the top off stuff should be good to go. Also, I'm making a ton of RODI water, so I haven't gone over this in a video, detailed video yet, but this is my fresh container here, fresh RODI. Then we have the salt water down here. As you can see, I drained a lot of it down, put it in the saltwater station so I could do the water change. And then I will fill this guy up, you know, a lot. So then if the neighbor has, you know, any problem and he needs to top off the tank, then he can go and top off the tank. And I could always walk him through that via the phone or anything like that. So there's not much to it out there. That's what I'm doing as far as my prep for vacation. Looking forward to it. I'll keep you guys updated on the rebuild, I guess we'll call it. It's not a new build anymore. I guess it's going to be a rebuild. So on the rebuild of the 220, and I guess we're going to be delayed. I was really hoping I could get it set up this year in terms of December, but it looks like it might be, you know, maybe early January. We'll see how long it takes, though. Hopefully they give the tank priority. Oh, one thing I just wanted to mention about the Jabo pump on my mixing station here. So this guy, I did a water change 2 weeks ago, and this was fine, it was on. And then I have to unplug it to do my water change to plug in the external pump. Anyways, when I was done with the water change, I go to plug it back in to mix what was left in there to, you know, keep everything mixing while I'm not using it. And it didn't work. So I was expecting it, and what I saw is that the bearing in the back of the pump actually kind of seized up. So all I had to do was loosen it, and it worked. So if you have that pump and you're having a problem where it kind of went out with, you know, no explanation, check the bearings and make sure that something isn't seized up with some gunk or something. Anyways, guys, I'll keep you updated, and I'll see y'all in the next one.